Pisces, welcome to your May 2017 general reading. It's Raina here, and by the way, I just wanted to let you know that if you're interested in a pure love reading, I have already posted May's love reading, so you can just check my channel for that. But before I lay out the cards, I just wanted to let you know a few of the astrological transits in May that may impact you, because it's good to get more than one perspective. I like to tie things together, actually, because I really do see astrology as a science, and I feel like there's a precision about it that the tarot to me seems much more open-ended, and so I like to combine the two, and I do this a lot in my private readings. But the only thing with the astrology is, without knowing your exact sun sign degree or rising sign degree, that's the only thing I don't like about doing the astrology with the transits, because it could actually be in a different house than what I'm saying. So just keep that in mind. I don't like to just pretend that everybody has the same situation happening. But in general, we will say that during the month of May, Venus will be in your 12th house of past lives. It's actually the house that you rule. So all Piscean things, mysticism, past lives, karma, psychological issues, especially secrets, things that are buried deep within. With Venus there can be relationships that are connected to this, where they're kind of secretive, you know, going behind somebody's back, and possibly meeting or dealing with somebody that has a karmic connection to you. You have Mercury going direct on May 3rd, so things should start to get more settled as the month continues. I've personally found that whatever house that Mercury visits or transits, the affairs of that house may come to a standstill, but then eventually they begin to settle down, and the person becomes much more, you know, the situation becomes much more free-flowing. In your case, this is again with the 12th house. So anything to do with some sort of communications you've been having with somebody on the sly, maybe that kind of thing. And they could be with this lover. Maybe they have stalled and then they start up again. And we're going to have a full moon on May 10th in Scorpio. For you, Scorpio is a trine because you're both water signs. So it's a very nice energy flow from the 9th house. The 9th house is the house of higher education, foreign travel, your spiritual, philosophical beliefs. And so you could have some kind of aha moment, or in the case of your university studies, you may be getting a degree, graduating. It is May, so a lot of people may be doing that anyway, but this may be actually indicated for some of you Pisces individuals. But it could be some other kind of course. Maybe you took a yoga training and that finishes. You could have finalized plans on travel. Maybe you're not going to do it now, but you have gotten the funds together. Maybe you're coming back from a long distance trip. There are many possibilities. Maybe you're getting published and it's starting to, you know, be widely available for other people to watch. Maybe you're becoming more to read. Maybe you're becoming more visible with your writings. And at the end of the month, we're having a new moon in the sign of Gemini. Gemini is your 4th house of home and family, so maybe a new addition to the family. Maybe you're closing on a house. You're going to move to a new location. That's always a possibility, to a new house. So that's wonderful for those of you who have some kind of thing along those lines. You may be going into a new direction domestically. And I'm using a new spread this month just to keep things fresh. And been getting a lot of those Ace of Cups too. So far, this is awesome. Wow. I keep getting that card too. That's the funny thing. Some of these cards I just keep getting even when I cut the cards. I keep drawing the same cards over again. So there may be similar themes with people's lives. Okay. So, I can't remember what sign it is. You got very similar to this. Some of these cards in different positions, but similar. The overall theme is the Magician, which is a card of self-empowerment. For Pisces, this is a very important card to get because it means that you are seeing yourself as somebody who is not just having life happen to you. And this can happen for a number of reasons. I will tell you that the top row of this spread are past influences. It could be people, it could be events that have shaped what is occurring now. But remember when I say past, present, future, that it's all relative because I'm recording this on April 11th. So if you're watching, you know, in the first couple of weeks of April, the past may not have occurred yet. And I would just look at it in terms of themes, symbolism, rather than things that are really literally happening specifically with certain cards. Because you can certainly apply it to your own life. And the Magician can refer to anything, can refer to any relationship that you've had that you felt out of control in or controlled by the other person. It could be like in a relationship, an example would be your partner is being abusive or cheating on you, but you stayed anyway and you felt trapped in that relationship. And now you don't. However, for some people this could be related to a career. And maybe you felt like you were being passed over for promotions or that you were not being really valued. I would say in that professional situation that this is more of a card of you going out on your own. Because look, this is the number 1. And whether you can see it or not, that symbol above his head is an 8. And it's actually, you know, a symbol of infinity. And, you know, to me, the symbol of infinity, I don't know what it officially represents, but to me, it represents our souls. That we cannot, our souls cannot be destroyed. So only matter is temporary, but our souls are permanent. And he's working with matter. So when you realize that everything is temporary, it kind of frees you up. It's when you start to identify with the temporary that everything like your soul becomes neglected. When you have that soul understanding, which a lot of Pisces people do, first and foremost in your mind, kind of like above your head, so to speak, and you're always aware that you are a soul first and a body second, then you're able to be the Magician because you can manipulate the matter, knowing that it is just matter. It is not something that controls you ultimately. And so that can be very helpful if you feel like, oh my God, how can I start a business? Or how can I do something? I mean, I want to do something and I want to have autonomy which is represented by the 1 in the Magician card, but I don't know how to go about doing it. The Magician uses what is available to him to achieve his results. Take what you have, where you are. I don't know why I can't say that saying. Start with start with what you have from where you are. There's like 3 things that you say in a row, but basically about being resourceful and not, you know, saying I can't start a business because I don't have $100,000 to invest or anything like that, those silly things. And just doing something very small scale, starting out very small and expanding from there, and not trying to be grandiose about it. A lot of times people that have that passivity have a sense of learned helplessness, whether it's like staying in a relationship that's toxic, because maybe they grew up that way, where they felt like when you're children, it's easy to feel like you're helpless. But that can carry with you through adulthood, and you feel like, I have to stay here. Your employer becomes like a parent. You know, they're allowing you to live by paying you a paycheck. And you can get sucked into that false sense of security very easily. I do think some people may be given an offer, because in the past position we have the Ace of Cups. This can be an offer given to you. And if you are somebody who has seen tarot cards before, you may have seen the Hand from the Clouds. This is the Morgan Greer deck, and it follows the Rider-Waite, which is the traditional depictions of the tarot. They have the similar illustrations. They try to keep those symbols in their illustrations. So I love their illustrations, though, the colors and everything. And of course, these are borderless too. So they have the Hand in the Clouds as well. So you can look at that as the universe. The universe handing you, offering you something. Because it's cups, it can be water related. The water signs besides Pisces are Scorpio and Cancer. Typically it's associated with emotional things, with love, with relationships. But it can be anything that produces within you those feelings. So if you are someone who has been wanting to have a relationship with someone, and but maybe you're already in a relationship and it doesn't have that emotional connection, you could have somebody come into your life, Ace are beginnings, in the near future. If you're watching before May, or even in May, maybe at the beginning of May, and that creates a sense of feeling like you have an affinity with somebody who is understanding you emotionally. It can also relate to an offer that is a job offer that speaks to your soul. Maybe it's something in the helping professions, maybe something in the healing professions. It also sometimes can be about, finding out that you're pregnant. The Nine of Cups, wishes fulfilled. So it just kind of goes where the Ace of Cups left off, where it's talking about feeling a sense of emotional well-being, satisfaction at whatever it has been offered or started up. The Nine of Cups can also be a card of prosperity in some way. You can feel like you're being benefited from on multiple levels, not just emotionally. There's a sense of indulgence with the Nine of Cups, like you're having your cake and you're eating it too. Okay, it's like the cat, the canary. And I like to say the British version, the cat that got the cream, because I don't want any animals harmed in the production of this tarot reading. So that kind of feeling is a feeling of well-being. Sometimes it can veer into indulgence, obviously, and that's the other extreme. But that's the wish fulfillment card. Very wonderful to get that card with the Ace of Cups. Definitely something that you may have been wanting, that comes through, that starts up. And the hits just keep on coming. The Six of Cups. All of these are cups in that first row. This is about emotional well-being. This can relate to sentimentality, the past. Again with the soulmates, again with the twin flames, again with children. With the Six of Cups and the Ace of Cups, this could be about, you know, finding out that you are pregnant, or that your partner is pregnant, and it was something, maybe it was hard, a hard-fought battle to get pregnant, but you get the news and it's wonderful, and you feel this sense of like, now I'm going to feel fulfilled emotionally. Maybe that was something that you felt was missing in your life, but it definitely could be a soulmate. I will say that, and this could also be a job that you've always wanted, a career. It could be something that you're creating, especially if it's creative endeavors. It's so weird. Those three cards in the middle, I just realized I got the same three cards in the same three position for some other sign. Which one was it? Oh, that's so weird. So basically what I said to them was that it still is, you know, towards the middle of the month with the Hangman in reverse, you may be holding off on taking action. Because maybe you feel like it's overwhelming emotionally, what has happened. You know, I want to say something very briefly because this is very important. Sometimes when your dreams come true, it can be, I won't say, I was going to say depressing, but it's not really depressing, it's scary. It really can be scary. I experienced this in a certain way when I first started doing this. And you realize that I think what you realize most of all, Pisces, is how much your own negative mindset has contributed to any experiences of lack or failure or whatever you've experienced in your life on the negative side. And we tend to blame other people for what has happened. And if there's any part of you that feels uncomfortable when good things happen to you, it'll be a mind blower. It really will, because you may be used to bad things happening, or at least having a lot of struggle, having a lot of negative experiences. I have Pisces, I have Saturn in Pisces, okay? I have Chiron in Pisces. And so I get it. But you know, when your ship comes in, it's like, what it does is it tells you that all of that was a lie. And that can be very unsettling, because sometimes we may identify with our suffering, or our, how would you put it, our burdens. This is the card of the person carrying burdens, okay? The Four of Swords is a time of kind of recuperation for you. You may kind of withdraw a little bit towards the middle of the month, and that may be good for you in order to make the best decisions. You may be holding off for some reason. Maybe there's something that you have to decide, and it's something you're not really sure about. What comes in is the Five of Wands. This is about jumping back into the fray. Well, I will say that if this card was reversed, it may be about, I will say it's like, because it's coming off of the Four of Swords. So this is getting into the fight, and it doesn't have to be something bad. Sometimes this is about infighting, disharmony, but I think in this reading with all these beautiful cards, that this is you being self-empowered and competing for what it is that you want, and not holding back anymore. Maybe you've been holding back a lot for whatever reason. Being unsure of yourself is a big one. And this is you jumping back into the fray and enjoying your life. And enjoying the fight. You know, this is fire energy, so there's a lot of career and creativity swirling around there, and ambition. The Star card, it can connect to the sign of Aquarius, but in general, this is talking about your wishes, your healing, and also feeling that you have faith again in life. And with the Magician and the Nine of Cups in that column, it may be something related to something that came through for you that you've been wanting so desperately. And that gives you a sign that perhaps those who have come before you, you know, your ancestors, your family members that have passed over, or loved ones, that they have your back, that they are helping you from the other side, or whatever it is that you believe in that's beyond this world may be helping you. And maybe briefly you lost faith in that, and now you have it. And if you feel healed, you can heal other people. Now, the other thing that's coming in is the Ten of Wands. You may be carrying a very heavy load. This could be you working very hard. Be careful of burnout with this card. But this is in the Anthony Lewis Plain and Simple book. This is called The Burden of Success. So it's a Wands card. It's connected to career and ambition. But it's a 10. It's like a culmination. And so something that you've been really working for, whether it's been literally working for it or just in your mind trying to manifest it. This is the card of manifestation. So that's really great for you. And same with your love situation. I would say the signature of the person energetically that you may be with will either be a Cups, which is Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. And this might not be the sun sign, but their general demeanor, which will be more soft-spoken, artistic, nurturing, dreamy, or they might be a fire sign. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, very fiery, passionate, and someone who may be very ambitious and exciting to be around. So it could be one of those two signs, but it's emotional. Both of those signs are emotional in their own way. And so it can bode well for a passionate love relationship in any case. But this could definitely be about your career. And you will have dreams come true, it looks like. So I hope you enjoyed this, Pisces. If you'd like a private reading, please click on the link below. Otherwise, have a great May. Bye.